This video demonstrates the proper use of the InnoWave Pro Sonic Irrigator. STERIS recommends following your facility's policies, along with ANSI AMI ST79, regarding the use of ultrasonic cleaners and sonic irrigators as part of your cleaning process. Refer to the product's operator manual for complete use details. During this video, you will learn how to use the control panel, prepare chemistries for use, load standard baskets, load robotics baskets, select and start a cycle, abort a cycle, unload instrument baskets, perform maintenance tasks. Let's start by reviewing the main components. Your InnoWave Pro comes with 3 standard baskets, 3 sets of instrument tubing, and an assortment of distal connectors for flushing. Use the touchscreen to operate your ultrasonic irrigator. The menus help you perform various functions. Use the right and left arrow keys to scroll through the control screen. Use the Start menu to begin an automated cycle sequence when it's time to wash a load. The Wash menu lets you select the correct cycle from the list of pre-programmed and custom cycles. Use the Chemical menus to prime each chemistry pump. We will cover priming the pumps later. Use the Clock menu to set the time and date. Simply select the parameter you wish to change and use the arrow keys to change the values. Then press the back arrow in the top left corner to return to the main menu. This unit also tracks the important parameters of the ultrasonic cycle, including time, temperature, chemistry dosage, in addition to date, cycle number, user ID, cycle time, cycle errors. Go to the Data menu and insert a USB drive to initiate the download of cycle information. You can choose to either download all cycle logs or just the new cycles that have been added since the last download. Cycle confirmation will be shown on screen once the download has successfully completed. Supervisor menu is password protected and uses a 6-digit code to access. Access the Supervisor menu to view and edit cycle parameters, create customized cycles, or change the password. Use the Information menu to find basic information about your unit, including the serial number, cycle count, and software version. You will need to hook up chemistry before using your ultrasonic. At initial install, and every time chemistry is being changed, the lines need to be primed to ensure proper dosing and prevent cycle errors. Prime the lines by placing the chemistry pickup tube in the new chemistry bottle, making sure it reaches the container's bottom. Secure the new chemistry container in the bottom of the chemistry cabinet. Use the arrow keys to locate the Chemical Pump 1 icon and select. Press the Prime Chemical Pump button to begin the priming process. Look inside the chamber at the chemistry inlet. Once you observe chemistry coming into the chamber, press the Prime Chemical Pump button again to end priming. Repeat these steps if you are adding a second bottle of chemistry or a lubricant. After your chemistry is properly changed, it's now time to load instruments into the unit to clean. Empty baskets are often stored inside of the unit's carrier. The carrier can be controlled by pressing and holding the outer arrow, which opens and closes the carrier. The inner arrow can be pressed and held to raise and lower the carrier by 1 level. The InnoWave Pro has 3 carriers to hold standard or robotic baskets. The carriers are locked into position with securing flags to prevent movement during operation. To begin loading instruments, remove the basket from the carrier by pushing the ball up on both sides of the rack. The flags will drop down, allowing the basket to be pulled out of the rack. The standard basket can hold up to 20 lumened instruments or 22 pounds of non-lumen general instruments. To load the standard basket, place the basket on a flat surface and place instruments in the basket. Check the condition of the hoses, ensuring they are not kinked or ruptured, then connect instrument tubing to any ported lumen devices. Ensure tubing is securely plugged into the basket manifold. For non-ported lumened instruments, use one of the 4 distal connectors to flush. Identify the appropriate diameter for the distal connector for a proper fit on the device. Then insert the device tip into the distal connectors. Screw the tubing onto the end of the distal connector, then connect the tubing to the basket manifold. Once all tubing is connected, ensure all instruments and tubing are contained within the basket. The DaVinci SI Multi-Basket and Flush Nozzle Set holds up to 8 SI endo wrist instruments, either 8mm, 5mm, or single site, or up to 6 SI instruments and 2 SI stapler instruments. If the instrument has a flush port, connect the flush adapter to the instrument's flush port, ensuring the screw-on connection is secure. To begin loading, place the DaVinci Endo wrist instrument through the round hole on the supporting frame and rest the housing on the slot at the opposite end. Connect the hose to the basket manifold until you hear a click. Connect the hose with metal tips to channel 1 of the instrument housing. The basket is now ready for loading. The DaVinci XI Multi-Basket and Hose Set holds up to 6 XI Endo wrist instruments, either 8mm, 5mm, or single site, or up to 4 XI Endo wrist instruments and 2 SI stapler instruments. And the DaVinci XI Basket and Hose Set holds up to 6 XI Endo wrist instruments. Place the DaVinci Endo wrist instrument through the round hole on the supporting frame and rest the housing on the slot at the opposite end. Connect the hose to the basket manifold. Once you hear a click, the hose is completely connected. Color-coded hoses connect to the corresponding color on the basket. Connect the hose with metal tips to the flush port, located on the mechanism housing of the instruments. The basket is now ready to load into the ultrasonic. The InnoWave Pro is designed to load 1 level of baskets at a time to allow no unnecessary strain when reaching high or low to load baskets. To insert the basket, move the carrier so the low level is at a comfortable height. Confirm the balls are in the unlock position. Insert the basket, place it on the white guide rails, and push it back. Ensure the carrier docks onto the irrigation spigots, then push up the locking flags. Press the inner down arrow to load the next basket. Repeat to load the 2 additional baskets. If all 3 levels are not being used, insert an empty standard basket into the unused slot. The InnoWave Pro has 3 pre-programmed cycles and 3 spots for custom cycles. Before selecting and starting a cycle, complete all pre-cycle checks. This includes verifying enough chemistry is present for the next wash, inspecting and cleaning the tank filter and O-rings, and confirming the wash tank and spray nozzles are free from debris. To start, use the arrow keys until you reach the wash menu. Use the plus and minus buttons to scroll through until you reach the appropriate cycle for the instrument set. Use the arrows to scroll back to the start icon. Completely lower the carrier by holding the outside arrow on the main screen. Occasionally, you may need to stop a cycle before it is complete. Press the Cycle Pause button to pause the cycle. You will now see the Cycle Paused screen. Select Abort to cancel the cycle. If the abort sequence is confirmed, the unit will automatically drain. Upon cycle completion, the unit will beep for 1 minute and display a green screen with the message Cycle Complete, Unload. Press OK and raise the carrier using the touchscreen. Disengage the balls, disengage the basket from the carrier, then pull instruments out of the basket. To keep your ultrasonic in excellent condition, clean and maintain it regularly. Remember to disconnect power from the unit and wear proper PPE when performing maintenance. Follow all facility procedures and refer to the user manual for full maintenance information. Daily, spray and wipe down all internal surfaces above the waterline using a disinfectant and a clean cloth or paper towel, including the inside of the lid and around the seals. Wipe all external surfaces, including around the sides of the doors. Remove any trace of cleaner from internal and external surfaces with a clean wet cloth and then towel dry. In addition to manually disinfecting the unit daily, a full decontamination cycle should be run weekly. Go through the normal manual disinfection steps, fit lures to all basket ports to ensure they are open, and run Program 6 in the cycle selection menu. This concludes the training program for the InnoWave Pro Sonic Irrigator. For more information about the video you've just seen, or to order supplies or accessories, visit steris.com/InnoWave or contact your STERIS account representative.